Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this beautiful ball dress you see here. I'll also be showing you how to easily attach a crinoline to the edge of your toenails. I'll be showing you all this and a lot more in this tutorial. So if you're interested, please keep on watching, and if this is your first time here, please click on the subscribe button and also don't forget to like, share and drop a comment. So these are the fabric I'll be using for this tutorial. So here I have a pack of crinoline. Here I have my two nets. I've gone ahead to iron it and I folded it like this. And here I have the hard net I'll be attaching to the gown. And here I have my doll face satin and the lace fabric I'll be using for this tutorial. So the first thing we're going to go ahead to do now is to work on the two nets. We're going to be working on this two nets. So make sure you have your two nets already ironed. So but before cutting the two nets, we'll be doing some calculation because the ball dress I'm going to be making is going to be having 4 layers. So we'll be having the first, the second, the third and the fourth layer. So the length of the first layer is going to be my full length minus half length. So the full length of the ball dress I'm making is 33 inch and the half length is 13 inch. After subtracting is what I got was 20 inch. So the first layer is going to be 20 inch, the second layer will be 17 inch, the third layer will be 14 inch, while the fourth layer is going to be 10 inch. So for this fourth layer, I'm going to be cutting out a full flare for this fourth layer, and I'll be cutting the fourth layer using my main lace fabric. So with all this in place, the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to cut out the two nets using the measurement I have on the paper. So here I've already gone ahead to fold and iron my two nets, and I have 6 yards of two nets on the table. So I'm going to go ahead to open it up for you to see what it looks like. So make sure you have it arranged, the hem of the two nets are aligning and everything is in place, so you don't have one part looking longer than the other after you're done cutting. So this is me trying to arrange the two nets so that I'll be able to cut it out properly. So after I was done arranging, I'm just going to go ahead to cut out the top like this so that I will have equal length at that point. Working with two nets is a little bit difficult, so you have to be patient and make sure that you have a straight and equal length on the edge of the two. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to start cutting out my fabric, but before then I'm going to go ahead to pin the two nets to keep it in place so it doesn't move while I'm trying to cut it out. So after I was done arranging the toe net, the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to start cutting out my layer on the toe net. And like we calculated, the first layer is going to be 20 inch. I'm going to go ahead to measure the 20 inch like this, and I'll go ahead to mark that. Once I'm done marking it, I'm going to go ahead to cut it out like you see me doing in the video. So after cutting, I'll go ahead to take my measurement for the second layer, which is 17 inch, and I'll also go ahead to mark that. After marking, I'll go ahead to cut it out, and I'll go ahead to repeat the same process for the other layers I have. So just watch what I'm doing and follow the same process. So after cutting out the 3 layers of the two net, this is what it is going to look like. So the difference between each of the layers should be around 3 to 4 inch when you're cutting your two net. So this is what you should have once you're done cutting. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to stitch my crinoline to it, and here I have a pack of crinoline. And when buying your crinoline, make sure you look for the hard crinoline so that the flare stands out very well. So I'm going to go ahead to show you how to attach the crinoline on the sewing machine. So here I have 1 layer of the two nets on my sewing machine. So I'm going to be starting with one of the layers. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to start attaching this crinoline you see here on the layer. So I'm going to go ahead to pick one side, that is the length, that is the place that is longer. I'm going to go ahead to choose the part that I want to be the hem. Then I'll go ahead to place the crinoline on it like you see me doing in the video. But before placing the crinoline to your two net, make sure you close the edge of the crinoline so that it doesn't cause any discomfort when the dress is being worn. And I'm going to be using my masking tape to quickly close the edge of the crinoline like you see me doing in the video. I'm using this masking tape because I'm going to go ahead to trim that part later. Then I'll go ahead to use my piece of fabric to finish up the edge of the crinoline. So I'm just going to go ahead to cover the edge of the crinoline like you see me doing in the video. So after covering the edge of the crinoline, the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to start attaching the crinoline to the toe net. So I'm going to go ahead to place the crinoline on my toe net like this, making sure that the edge of the crinoline at the edge of my toe net are aligning. Then I'll go ahead to start stitching using 0.25 inch. So I'm going to go ahead to stitch the crinoline on the toe net like you see me doing in the video. So I'm going to go ahead to trim off the excess crinoline I have on this part, after which I'll go ahead to place my masking tape on it also to hide the rough edge, after which I'll go ahead to finish sewing the crinoline on my toe net like you see me doing in the video. So after stitching the crinoline to the toe net, this is what it is going to look like. This is what you should have once you're done stitching. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to open it up. Then I'll go ahead to fold it over like this. So the part that is sewn should be the inner part of the toe net. So once I'm done folding it over, I'm going to go ahead to run a stitch on the upper part of the crinoline like you see me doing in the video. So after stitching the crinoline to your toe net, this is what it is going to look like once you're done doing that. So I'm going to go ahead to repeat the same process on the other layers of the toe net. Once I'm done doing that, I'm going to go ahead to gather the toe net to my actual waist measurement, which is 25 inch plus my zipper allowance. So what I have here is 6 years. I'll gather it back to 25 inch. So after I was done gathering the toe net, this is what I had. I also went ahead to join the 3 layers together, and this is what the flay is going to look like. So if you don't have a gather foot, that is, you're using a manual sewing machine like mine, you can simply go ahead to use a needle and thread to run the gather stitch so that you don't spend so much time trying to run the gather. So this is what I had once I was done running my gather stitch on the toe net. Next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to move over to cutting of the first layer, which is going to be a full flay. So the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to keep the toe net aside. Then we're going to go ahead to work on the last layer, which is going to be our fabric and a full circle. So we're going to be cutting a full flay for the last layer of the ball dress we are going to be making. And in doing that, we're going to go ahead to do some calculation first before we go ahead to cut out the full circle. So first we're going to go ahead to calculate the radius. So for the radius, I'll go ahead to divide my waist by 6.28. So the waist measurement I'm working with is 25 inch, but because I want to create pleats on the flay, I'm going to go ahead to increase that waist measurement to 40 inch. Then I'll go ahead to divide that 40 inch by 6.28. So once I was done doing that, what I got was 6.3. Sorry, I wrote down 17 inch here, but after dividing it, what you're going to be having is going to be 6.3 inch. So that 6.3 inch is going to be serving as the radius for the full flay we are going to be cutting out. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to cut out my fabric. And to cut out the flay, I'm going to go ahead to add up the 6.3 here plus this 10 inch, which is the flay length. That is 17 inch approximately. I'll be folding my fabric using that 17 inch. So for the fabric, I'll be cutting on my doll face first before I go ahead to cut out my main lace fabric. So here I have the doll face fabric and I'm going ahead to fold it. So what I have all around is 17 inch. So to fold it, I folded it into 4. So I'm just going to go ahead to show you how I folded it. So first thing you're going to go ahead to do now is to open up your fabric. Then you go ahead to insert your flay length plus your radius on one side of the fabric like you see me doing in the video. So my flay length plus radius is approximately 17 inch. So I'll go ahead to insert that measurement like you see me doing in the video, and I'll go ahead to mark. After marking, I'll fold it over into 2 like you see me doing in the video. Once I'm done folding it over, on this other folded part, I'm going to go ahead to insert the same 17 inch on the folded part like you see me doing in the video. After which, I'll go ahead to fold it over again like this. So after folding, this is what you're going to be having. You're going to be having a perfect square. So what you should have all around should be 17 inch. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to mark the waist radius, which is 6.3. So I'm going to go ahead to place my tape rule on this folded part like so, and I'll go ahead to measure 6.3 all the way around like you see me doing in the video. So after marking out the radius, the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to insert my flay length from this point I just marked like this. So I'll go ahead to mark the flay length, which is 10 inch all the way around. After marking it, I'm going to go ahead to connect the point together, then I'll cut it out. So after cutting the flay, this is what it is going to look like. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to cut out the same flay on my main fabric, and I'll also cut out the lining. Then I'll go ahead to join the lining with the main fabric, and I'll also fix my crinoline to the flay. So after I was done stitching the flay together, this is what we are going to be having. So here I have the crinoline in between my main fabric and the flay. So if you don't know how to attach a crinoline to a full flay like this, I have a tutorial on that, and I'll be linking that tutorial to this tutorial so that you can go ahead to check the tutorial out. So once you're done doing all this, the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to attach this last layer to the two nets we've already gone ahead to gather. So I'm going to go ahead to place this last layer on the two net like you see me doing in the video. So this main fabric is going to be on the upper part of the two net, so you go ahead to place it on the waist area like you see me doing in the video. Another important thing to take note of is that when running your gathers, make sure that you leave a space for the zipper allowance. Do not start from the beginning. Leave a space of like 1.5 inch for the zipper allowance so that you don't have issues when fixing your zipper to the dress. So with all this in place, I'm going to go ahead to place this last layer on the waistline like you see me doing in the video. Then I will create my pleats while I stitch them together. Once I'm done fixing this, I'm going to go ahead to also attach a lining to it. So I went ahead to cut out this lining, and this lining is a half flay. I'm going to go ahead to place it on the inner part of the flay like you see me doing in the video. Then I'll go ahead to stitch the three of them together. So I'm going to go ahead to quickly show you how to do this on the sewing machine. When stitching the last layer on the two nets, you're going to go ahead to place it starting from the beginning of the two net, which is your zipper allowance. You're going to go ahead to place it on it like this. Then you go ahead to stitch it with the two nets. So I'm doing this separately because I'll be creating pleats on the two nets. That is why I'm not fixing it together with the lining. So I'm going to go ahead to start stitching it like you see me doing in the video. And as I'm stitching it, I'm going to go ahead to keep creating pleats on just the last layer of the flay. So watch what I'm doing and follow the same process. So once I'm done stitching the last layer of the flay on it, I'm going to go ahead to place the lining on the inner part of the flay. So after I was done sewing, this is what it is going to look like. So here I have the last layer of the flay. Here I have the third layer, the second layer, and the first layer of the flay. This is what you're going to be having once you're done stitching. And I also went ahead to attach the lining on the inner part of the gown, and this is what we have. So with all this in place, the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to attach the upper bodies of the dress to the flay. So I've already gone ahead to make this separately, and I'll be attaching this to the flay. So I'm going to go ahead to place these upper bodies on the flay like this, making sure that the good face of the upper bodies is facing the good face of my fabric like you see me doing in the video. So once I'm done doing this, I'm going to go ahead to place another lining on the upper bodies like so. So next I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and stitch the three of them together like you see me doing in the video. So I'm going to go ahead to quickly do that. Once I'm done doing that, I'm going to come back to show you what it looks like. So after I was done joining the upper bodies to the skirt part of the ball dress, this is what we have. As you can see, we are having a full and a beautiful ball dress already. So this is what the inner part of the ball dress is going to look like, and as you can see, the inner part is looking so neat. So this is the aim of attaching another lining to it. This is what you should have once you're done doing this. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to finish up the ball dress. So I'm going to go ahead to fix my zipper to the back of the dress. Then I'll go ahead to close up the back of the dress. Once I'm done doing that, I will fix the sleeves to the dress. Then I'll come back to show you the final look of the ball dress. So here we have the final look of the baby dress, looking so beautiful and very nice. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next tutorial.